All right. Greetings, greetings. Good afternoon, everybody. Haki Ami here, the Success Scholar. Thank you for tuning in, President of the Teaching Artist Institute here. And we are excited about this amazing opportunity coming up here in October as President of Teaching Artist Institute. We are excited about our work that we are now doing and expanding into Eastern Africa. Of course, many of you who have followed the work of the Teaching Artists Institute over the years have seen the West African to South to East African migration. And this year is just going to be a even greater year for exploration and connecting more to the East African region for the Teaching Artists Institute. And we will be doing that with a tour this year, a Ujamaa investment tour. And so we are excited about that and about that opportunity. I'll put the link in here in a second to get that out. But I have some of the attendees and the curator for that, Sister Swatara, is on live, and Sister Traje and her Baba, her mate, is here. He will be joining us. And let me get Sister Traje back up. Okay, you are back, sister, and hopefully you heard what I had to say. And we have Sister Swatara, and I am from area, and Sister Traje is back, and her brother Jamal is here as well. So thank you all for joining us. I'll just open with Sister Swatara, and Sister Swatara, you can introduce your crew coming to Tanzania. And let me just say happy Mother's Day, of course, to you all, and for everyone that's watching wherever you are. And the exciting things about this presentation, let me just acknowledge that,
I don't think he can hear you.
that many
Thank you.
joining us. So thank you all. I see we have some Watotos in the building. So but go ahead, Sister Swatara, open up, and I'll put your comments, your information
Okay.
there.
Okay, no problem. Yes, I'm if you don't know, you're watching this, you don't know who I am. I'm Sister Swatara Olushala. Right now I'm streaming from Kigali, Rwanda. We've been over here in East Africa for almost 3 years now. Went by
Can y'all still hear her?
No, she's frozen on my end.
Okay, yeah, she froze. Okay, just make sure. And if at any time she freezes, just to let everyone know. Um, I'll help me out by posting in the chat that she actually froze. But you froze up, Star. You froze up, and maybe you're still freezing. But let me see in Treasure. I gotta keep getting it in here, but. Okay, now she's gone. But maybe she'll hop back on. But I'll just kind of come on with it, Sister Traje. So, where are you? You in Houston or what? You in Houston, right? You muted. You have to unmute.
Oh, okay. Yes, I live in Houston.
Oh, great. This is amazing, and we appreciate Brother Jamal for joining us. I know he's busy. If you just want to say hello and greetings to you, Brother Jamal, might have to unmute.
Yeah, hello.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm here at work right now.
Oh, I understand. All right. If you just want to listen, brother, that's fine. I get it. Sometimes I'm, handling down like that, so we understand. So if you just want to listen in, that'll be perfect. But if anytime you want to, come on and chime in, we ain't gonna be too long. But get to see you and and your family, so we can really just have this conversation. Hopefully, and it's an opportunity for you to meet myself and some of the team. I'm not sure if others will be present, but we have gone. We've done tours to Kenya, Tanzania, and this will be our time in Rwanda. But we are excited this year because we have someone that has lived in Tanzania and now have lived in Rwanda for a good period of time. So it's a different conversation than us just going there, living here per se, and just not knowing everything that's going on the ground right there. So having someone on the ground there is a great experience. And so I know we're experiencing some technical difficulties, but but yeah, so the trip is coming up. Let me see that she's back. Is that no, that's Treasure. Let me okay. You're back, sister. So if you want to just share a little bit about yourself, and excitingly this year you will be having your children, right? Or one of them or both of them. You made it.
Both of them.
Right, right, right. Yes, yes, yes. So this is going to be an exciting, and I was talking to Sister Kim about this, and it's interesting. I don't know if you are familiar with Anthony Brada, but he took his youngest daughter to Egypt when they were, I guess, like she was 11 at her first time, and maybe younger, but she wrote a book called my first trip to Africa, and
Oh.
it's more of a children's book, and so it allowed for her to express herself as a child. I mean, of course, I'm sure he helped her out with it, but it allowed for her to be relatable to children, to share just how this experience can impact them. And that was a long time, 20 something years ago, and now she's still doing related type of work. And so but so we're excited about you just being inspired to do this, to not just go yourself, but to take both of your children with you. And let me just let the listeners know, Sister Swatara and her husband, they took their family. They had 5 children, and now the youngest one was actually born in Tanzania. And so we are excited about reconnecting. Kim has known Swatara. They were in college together. So, it's not like no strangers there. So they've known each other 20, 17, 18, 19 years. And so, so we're doing this work to connect to the Pan-African community, uh, within the community. And if anybody has any questions, I see somebody just asked a question, so we would love to to hear your questions specifically. So if you have something directly, but yeah, I'll let you go ahead, sister. I know you're multitasking, but I want to open up that and also invite other people to join this conversation. But also, we have a few slots left to join us. Good people, holistic, healthy, friendly people that love children. So, because we're gonna have some with us, right? Is that one of them?
Yes, he will be coming.
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
Hi.
How are you?
What's
Good.
your dog? He's at work, Jaleel. He had to get out the
Oh,
truck.
okay.
You see Mama SWAT? Tell her Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. All right. So, Sister Tara, back. We thank you. So, yes. So, Sister Swatar, I opened as Trajet.
No, she's
You know,
not frozen anymore.
comment on just offering open comment. Oh, oh, okay, all right, someone that did ask the question. Okay, it's actually Kim. Why did you decide to join? Thank you for being specific, Kim. Why did you decide? Tell us, why did you decide to come?
I decided to come because I have been wanting to go to Africa for a very long time. And I went to Africa recently. I went to South Africa, which
Uh,
unfortunately was not what I kind of expected out of an African experience. And
mm,
I went without my children. And so I decided that the next time I went, I wanted to actually be around um, real Africans, I guess, some Black people. And I wanted to have my children with me. And so I made like that promise to myself when I was in South Africa. And it just so happened that shortly after that, SWAT invited me on this investment tour. And I just felt like, it was all in alignment and that it was a sign that this would be the time and the place to go and to take them. And so I decided that that's exactly what I was going to do, like whatever it took.
great, great, great. So, Sister Tara, you're back. So, if you want to open up and just share a little bit, we appreciate you, Traje, sharing just that opportunity. Thank Sister Tara for having a vision to create this opportunity, and that many people actually get to go to 3 countries in the East African region. So we're excited about that. So, but Sister Tara,
Yes, extremely excited. And I'm just glad that, you have that vision and foresight for yourself and your family, and that you don't see it, to be this extremely intimidating and impossible task. Like Africa is just a place like any other international destination you go to. It's a flight away, and it's not untouchable. And we're African people, and so, like Traje said, she wants to come see the real Africa. Like, yeah, South Africa is Africa, but I would be lying if I say it wasn't extremely influenced by the West and very, in a very apparent way. And sometimes when you come trying to get away from that and get away from that lifestyle, and you go somewhere that's so highly influenced by that life, then you don't really get that getaway or that cultural immersion, or a lot of the things that you were looking for you don't really get. It's just like, oh, okay, this is little, I call South Africa East America. And if anybody is from South Africa watching, I'm not saying it's a bad thing or that, you're bad people or trying to be disrespectful in any way. I'm not.
mm,
I'm just saying, as someone who was born and raised in America and who really got out, like not just, oh, I think I want to just go. No, it was, we got a chance to get out. Let's get out.
mm, mm,
And we went to Tanzania first, and it had to have been. I mean, if I could estimate the number of families that went to Tanzania alone in 2020,
mm,
um, will probably safely estimate between Dar es Salaam, Arusha, and other regions of Tanzania, a good 300 families in that
mm.
year
Wow.
relocated to Tanzania, and that's my estimate. That's just based on numbers of people in WhatsApp groups and things like that.
Hmm.
It could be more. And then that's not including the people who relocated to Kenya, the people who relocated to Rwanda. Like all of those people, all of that was not leisure. That was Black people trying to get out of the belly of the beast because there is a problem. Okay, like we are uh, refugees
Mm,
of a
mm,
real war that's happening. Everybody on this call, and likely the people who follow the Success Scholar, are aware and have an understanding of where that war is, what it is, who is between, why it is, and all of those things. So on that particular topic, we don't have to sugarcoat or we don't have to front. Um, and so once that part is out of the way, we don't have that because we teach about brutality and just the microaggressions and the things we have to deal with on a daily as Black people in Europe and UK and America. The stress, when we don't have to go through teaching that and we already have that understanding, then we can get into how we build, how we grow, how we activate, how we utilize our mother continent to liberate ourselves, to get us out or to heal us or to sustain us if we're choosing to stay, because there are immediate needs on the ground in the States. There are immediate needs on the ground in Europe. There are immediate needs on the ground in UK. And there are some people who are called to meet those immediate needs there. And I would just like to open our minds as a community to utilize our resources home. And by home, I mean on the continent. Utilize our resources and simultaneously empower our brothers and sisters here. And in turn, empower ourselves and our communities across the global African diaspora. So that's what this tour is on. We are really expanding the idea of what investment is and what it looks like. Yes, if it's strictly numbers you want to deal with, we have that part covered as well. But we're also talking about investing in ourselves, investing in who we are, investing in our children, investing in our communities, investing in social enterprises here, impact funds, you name it. And Africa is right. Like among all of the other stereotypes they feed us about the continent, there's also a lot that they aren't telling us. And there are things you cannot know unless you come. There are conversations you cannot have unless you come. There's research you cannot do unless you come. And so we want to show you firsthand what we've experienced, what we've experienced, our experiences firsthand, our path of that. And so that's
All right, is she breaking again? Is she breaking up again? Treasure, if you think, or did you stop talking? Did you hear Treasure? You muted. You might be muted.
I was hearing her. Did she stop talking now?
I don't know, but yeah, unless you muted by mistake or.
Oh, yeah,
Swatar.
yeah, I can't hear.
Oh, I hear you now, Swatar.
I can't. I still can't.
Okay. And brother Jamal is at work, so we appreciate him stopping in. We offered, I know if you want to, if you want to come on real quick, brother Jamal. I know might be a little loud, but if not, you here. Just wanted to offer that again, but but we appreciate you, taking a second away from your job to just join us there. So we're grateful. It's okay. Oh, you can hear me, right? You muted. You muted today. He hear me. He hear me. So it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, no, we get it. So I think somebody. Oh, is that you, Swatar? Okay, I think phones.
yes.
Okay, okay, all right. That'll work. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure. I think there's. Let's see. Oh, okay. You sound better, Swatar.
Okay, I don't know what I just sounded like. I
Okay,
said,
yeah, it's good.
I
It's
couldn't
good.
hear you for like 2 minutes.
oh wow. Okay.
It
I
was
don't know what the last thing you heard was, but I'm excited.
okay.
I'm excited about having you and the family. I'm excited about expanding our view of what investment is and investing in our communities here and abroad, investing in ourselves, investing in our children, and looking at that outside of just a black and white monetary sense, but also socially and holistically. And so I'm looking forward to going, through 3 African countries with Trajay. Like I was just behind her braiding her hair. Like that seemed like
Oh,
yesterday. Okay.
wow.
Now we are preparing for a multi-country international tour so that she can see how she wants to implement her own dollars or
Wow.
her own offerings, her own artistic capacity and capability here on the continent. And that's just unbelievable when you think about it. Is darn near miraculous. I was just sitting in Houston, Salama. Excuse
That's
me.
Salama.
I'm a honey.
Turn to talk, y'all.
Okay, yeah, but at any rate, I'm looking forward to it. And if anyone is watching, it's not too late to join us. It's not too
Right.
late to join
Right.
us. If you feel like, hey, I think I might want to make this trip. I wasn't sure before, but now I think it might be the move for me, or I want to know more about it. Just go ahead and contact us, and we'll see what we can do. And some people couldn't wait until the trip and went ahead and got their ball rolling early and have already acquired property, have already started companies, have already gotten investment certificates,
Mm.
and have already started building, you name it. So it's possible. That's the
Wow.
whole point of all of this. It's possible.
Mm.
And if you have a mind to, when you have the right intention, you utilize those possibilities to uplift, empower, heal our communities, us, because we need it. And every other country on the planet, every other continent on the planet outside of Africa is stealing from Africa to keep themselves afloat, are stealing from the people, stealing from the minds of the people in order to keep themselves afloat, stealing resources directly from the land in order to keep themselves afloat, having wars about who can steal from Africa first,
Mm.
and trying to keep the continent out of the conversation completely. And so,
Mm.
for those of us who actually have a love for Africa, who were raised in African centered environments or placed yourselves in that as adults, you celebrate Kwanzaa, you change your name, you give your children African names, you wave the RBG, etc. You got to put some practical action behind that. It's time. If you hearing this message and it's resounding within you, then it's for you. It's time. It's time to move it from where we've had it in the States, that was born out of a sense of survival and need to reconnect to what we've been stripped away from, to literally, physically reconnect with the continent and come see what it is for ourselves.
Right. Indeed. Indeed. Yes. 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 So we are looking forward to this amazing opportunity, everyone. So that's going to Tanzania first, uh, and then into Kenya, and then ending in Rwanda. So that's 3 countries in 10, 11, 12 days, something, what's that, October 11th through the 22nd. So definitely reach out to Sister Sotara. Uh, go to the website investinalkebalan.com, or let me find your WhatsApp number. Let's see. Uh, let's see. Kim asked the question, can he speak about that? Jamal, he's at work. Like, what do you want him to say? He's at work. Like, well, you can't be at work doing stuff. I mean, some jobs I know I don't. You know, but he's at work. Kim, brother Jamal, thank you, brother.
What was the question she asked?
It's Jamal. Is why is Jamal coming? The guy. I mean, can he speak about that? He's at work. It's a little loud, Kim. I mean, you can talk for him, Treje, if you want to. Yeah, just,
He can talk. Are you able to join us on here? Just watch.
it's a little loud. It was a little
Okay.
loud. So just
Yeah.
tell us a little about him, Treje. Then, if you know, since he's here, if you can.
Um, he's like me, just invested in our community and us as a whole, not just here in America and Africa. We've even talked about eventually like retiring in a country in Africa. So he's never been, and so this will be his first time going. But
Okay.
he's interested in just viewing the continent as
Right.
well as investing in our people in our motherland.
Beautiful.
Just like me.
Great. Yes.
Well,
All
thank
right.
you.
That's good summation. So we appreciate that. Appreciate you, brother Jamal. Appreciate you, sister Sotar. So yeah, if anybody got any closing comments, we wanted to do a quick little 30-minute brief, and we have a series to get everybody's question answered. I mean, we're not new to this, so I mean, we have done tours to East Africa, 5 to Tanzania and Kenya collectively, 5 or 6, I'm sorry. And so we've taken about 50 to 60 people collectively from the U.S., but also other regions. And so we sort of know the landscape, of how to make things happen. But questions and challenges sometimes do happen, and we want to try to catch those. So no question is a dumb question, of course. So if anybody ever, or Traje, of course, or you or Jamal ever have any questions, if hopefully you have my number already, but and Sister Kim's number, one of us certainly will. I check my emails and phone texts religiously all day, every day to keep abreast and respond to people that to in order to keep things going. And if anybody else is watching this and definitely interested, if you want to reach Sister Swatara, you can do that on WhatsApp and or leave your comments or inbox us at Teaching Artists Institute, facebook.com/teaching artists, or ThaiTours.org to connect more. But we are excited about this, and so we will probably do a few more of these series. But we just wanted to show that mothers do travel and take their family, take their children. And so it's an amazing opportunity and I have a book with me. Oh man, I just went to Ujamaa is the longest running independent African Centered school in the U.S. It's in D.C. and they had their 55th year anniversary. And and I get, well, this is one of the books, The Miseducation of Black Children, Dr. Kemet Shockley. And I know that, and I'll just, one little quick question, Sotar, in terms of, educating children in, Africa, what has been, because that's one of the things that you do. Do you find the children more attentive and, even raising, I know that's perhaps maybe a big concern. Like if I go there, how is my child going to get educated, right?
So there's a lot to that. There's a lot of layers.
Mm-hmm.
I would say overall, if you're talking about just general classroom conduct, I guess, then
Right.
there is a difference than what you might see in, say, a U.S. public school, but that's to be expected. It's 2 different places, 2 different cultures, 2 different ideas of what school should be, 2 different sets of morals and values surrounding education. It's just a lot. Um, Additionally, and I tell this especially the African Center educators all the time. Like
Mm-hmm.
there is a void here. There is a huge void and need for African Center education in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And there will be no way I would have known that unless I came here and saw it for myself. Because when you do or create African centered curriculum or learning materials and utilize that in classrooms in the States and just the era that that was born out of in general, maybe 1, 2, 3 generations before me, um, you don't it was born out of necessity. It was born out of us not having that connection to the continent whatsoever. And so it was created so that we could have that love, we can have that connection. Um, and I want to make sure I'm not, am I frozen right now? Or are you guys
You good?
frozen?
You
Okay,
good?
I was going to make sure. But yeah, so that's what it was born out of, and us really being self-determining as a people in the States. And
Mm-hmm.
so that wasn't necessarily simultaneously happening here. And if it was, it definitely wasn't, across the board, like in every country. But while we were there or are there even now being miseducated, Europe and the US and the UK and other entities that don't have Africa's best interests are here putting in their schools with their curriculum, and religion, associated with it. And it's really indoctrinating the children. And in turn, the adults, like they grow up to be indoctrinated adults.
Mm-hmm.
Just like there, like not everybody in the States is in a self-determined, private African-centered situation. They aren't.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and the curriculum outside of a situation like that is 9 times out of 10 greatly influenced by oppressive entities. I don't even have to say what color. I think you can come to your own conclusions with that. But that's just the facts. And so that same need that we have there is also here. And so what we're doing, and what's already been built here, Sister J built the Nzozi Literacy Center. So it's not necessarily a school, so it wouldn't fall under all of the requirements and parameters for opening a school,
Mm-hmm.
but we're still able to teach. It's a learning center.
Right.
We can assist, we can tutor, we can create our own lessons. There's a drama club, a chess club, STEM club.
Mm-hmm.
There's movie nights. The children get snacks. There's programming every day, except Sunday, and I think some Sundays even. And what they're not getting is the indoctrination.
Right.
Like really, they're unlearning what they've learned about what is inside of them and how they're able to utilize what they have around them to sustain themselves. And so how they don't have to necessarily look out for a white savior. And I'm saying that literally because that's what they literally said to me. And so they find the value even in their own culture or indigenous language, so that it's not I have to learn English so that I can do XYZ. Like, no, you don't necessarily have to learn English. And if you feel like you have to, then it needs to be for your reason and not a reason somebody gave you. And it needs to be for an opportunity you're creating for yourself, not the possibility of somebody else giving you one. So that's what's happening there. We also have Whole Living Academy that is fully virtual right now, and it's based in the States, but there are educators, clearly across the world, myself, Baba Sintwali, and more, who are in other parts of the world. And actually, one of the other educators for Whole Living Academy has actually since also moved here to East Africa.
Wow.
And we've already helped him to register a company. And so very soon he'll have some property, he'll start building, and it's not a game, folks. Like it's
Right.
really happening. Yeah, and so we're looking at opening a satellite location here in Rwanda so that children here can come into our location and get online, have access to the laptops, and be taught our curriculum. It's African centered by our educators, and also have hybrid in-person classes, recess and physical activities, and things of that sort. But yeah, it's going to happen. It's already in the works. But that is how we are really taking ownership for that void, and also simultaneously create and study abroad opportunities for our babies there, bringing them from there to come over here.
Right.
And whether that's throughout the school year or even just during the summer for Prodigy International. That's another program, prodigyinternationalprogram.com is where students can come out for a summer program of length and actually be immersed in what's going on here. Several different classes, traveling across Tanzania, and really just having the experience of a lifetime and seeing something different. You won't know you want something different or need something different if you've never been exposed to it. So, that's a part of what it's all about. And I know I said a lot, but you asked a really broad question, so it required some breaking down.
Yes, that's important. That's important because that's fundamental in terms of people's idea about their children. It's like you gotta create opportunities, and just even how in DC, I just knew that I would see so many cultural DC folks there. I mean, there was something else going on, but I'm just like, I still wanted to see a groundswell of people. How many people talk about the needs for independent African-centered institutions, and it's like, here's one that's been going for 55 years, and so I'm like, I got to come from Baltimore to support it. Not that I have to come, but I'm just saying, like, because Baltimore doesn't have viable independent school. So, I mean, they have little after school programs, et cetera, Saturday schools, but, something that's done every single day is, quite valuable. So, but thank you, sister, and thank you, Traje, thank you, brother Jamal. So we'll double back, and thank you all for taking a few hours out of your Mother's Day to be present with me today, and it was an exciting discussion, and we're gonna get ready for October 11th through the 22nd, y'all. So with
Yeah,
Harambe, thank
let's
you.
get it.
All right, till next time. All right,
Okay.
peace and blessings.
Peace.
Peace. Peace. All right, y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. All right. See you there. See you soon. All right.
Okay.
All right. Peace.